Once upon a time, a girl called Miranda was walking along the road near her house when she saw someone coming. It was Mwumba, and they met in the middle of the road. "Well, Miranda!" "Well, Mwumba, it is very good to see you on this lovely windy day with your hair blowing in the wind. My goodness, who made your hair so beautiful?" "It was my mum. She's very clever." "Yeah, my mum's clever too. She made my skirt. We could be dancing girls together. We could, but hey, I was thinking, would you like to play hide and seek?" "I sure would," said Miranda. "Shall I count and you hide?" "Okay, you count, I'll hide." And Miranda counted to 20, and she looked everywhere. She looked towards her house, she looked down the road, she looked underneath things, she looked up, she looked down, but she couldn't find her. And then she went towards the bushes, and there was Mwumba hiding. I see you," she called. So now it was Miranda's turn to hide, and Mwumba was going to count. So she started to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where on earth could Miranda have gone? She looked down the road. She looked up the road. She looked across the street and back on the other side. And she called because she couldn't find her. And then she saw her hiding in a great big pile of feijoas. "I see you, Miranda." "Well, that was fun," said Miranda. "It was," said Mwumba. Shall we go for a walk together now?" "Yes, let's go down this way. Let's go down the hill and see what we come to." And they came to a windy little road. They went trotting along, around one corner, around the next. Miranda led the way and Mwumba was following, until they came right to the end of the windy road and found themselves by the sea. What they were surprised. "Shall we get in the water? Shall we swim?" "Oh, I don't know. It might, I haven't got my togs." "Well, I don't know." "Oh, look, Mwumba, dolphins. Ah, this is a magical beach. This is not an ordinary beach. And look, the sun has come out in the sky. It's a beautiful day." "Oh, I think it is, Mwumba. I think it is, Miranda." And they were both agreed that this was a magical day. This was a day when something might happen, something magical. And indeed it did. They stood there and they held hands because they were friends, and they closed their eyes and they wished for something really special. And when they opened their eyes, there was a mermaid swimming. And she said, "Come, come, girls, jump into the sea with your clothes on. Come swim with me and the dolphins." And so they swam and played in the water. And Mwumba and Matilda thought this was probably the best day they've ever had in their lives. And then on the horizon they saw a beautiful little boat. And they swam to the boat and they climbed aboard. They waved goodbye to the mermaid, and Mwumba's hair flew in the wind, and they sailed away to the other side of the sea. And there on the other side of the ocean they saw a big green hill. They moored the boat and climbed. There at the bottom of the hill they could see their friend the mermaid. She said, "That took you a long time? I think I'm a very fast swimmer." "They are," they said. "But you are," they said. "But what's all this on the ground?" "Oh, this is a picnic. Look, we've got delicious food. Sassafras pancakes and Timothy salsa." "Oh, I love those," said the girls, and they ran over and helped eat it. When they'd finished eating it, the mermaid told them that they needed to go to one last place on their very special day. She told them to climb to the top of the hill, which they did. It was a long walk up the top of the hill, and on the far side they looked down, and they could see into a valley. And they looked down into that valley and they could see all the beautiful coloured leaves from the autumn trees and lovely flowers, and somebody had made a magnificent pattern. And so they went down very slowly, because clearly it was a little bit magical. Down they went, down they went, down the hill, and sure enough, they discovered that the leaves had been laid out in a magnificent pattern, all radiating out like the sun. And they wondered what they should do. But they walked into it. They walked into it and they lay down in the middle and they closed their eyes and they wished for all good things to happen for everybody. It was very peaceful, very quiet. They could hear the birds singing, and they could feel the sun on their faces and their closed eyelids. And it felt good. Mwumba, said Matilda. Yes, said Mwumba. I suppose we ought to go home. I think you're right. We can take home all these good feelings and tell everybody about our adventures. All right, let's go. And so they said goodbye to the beautiful Mandala, and they started to walk back up the hill. Up, 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 up the hill. And they went down the other side. The sun was going down a bit now. It was later in the day, and they could see their boat waiting for them in the sea. And they climbed into the boat. Oh, look, we've brought one of the beautiful leaves back with us. And they put it in the boat as well. And they sailed away. The sun was going down now when they arrived on the other side of the sea at the bottom of the windy road in their boat. And they got out of their boat and followed the path along the windy road, up and around and up and around, up and around, all the way until they were back at their own road. And they walked along the road past the feijoa trees and the lovely pile of feijoas until they were back where they began. And Miranda said, Mwumba, it was such a lovely day, such a special day. We can go home and share our stories. Would you like to have the leaf? Well, would you like to have the leaf? Maybe we could tear it in two. What a good idea. A little bit for each of us, a little bit of magic to take home. Goodbye, Miranda. Goodbye, Mwumba. And away they went along the road back to their own houses where they lived.